corner, they talking real loud, spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. With my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Ahmadiyyah production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud, spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. With my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Haze on the corner, they talking real loud, spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. With my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. I told you I was coming back. Okay, I hope the audio is good. All right, so with that all being said, hey, Bookhorse DC, Juju is in the house, Pearly. All right. I rock with, hold on, I need to put my glasses on, honey. I can't see. Hold on. All right. Pearly is in here. Okay, so I rock with UTV. All right, let's get into it. Luna, Easy is here. Miss Sheila. All right, shout out to all of my loyal royals. I see you, Desmond. And shout out to my moderators for putting in work. Panther Strike in the house, and so is Alice. Okay, so everybody hit that like button. It's the least y'all can do. It's the least y'all can do. So we need to get into it. Hey, Kareem, we have some breaking news. There has been a shooting. Fortunately, nobody is dead, but 5 soldiers injured after their own sergeant shot them. Okay, so we're going to get into it. But before we do, let's have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes oil, hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts, and you can also find it at Walmart.com. Now, I'm going to ask at Buckward K3B. Okay, please don't come here calling us colored. Okay, I know you have a picture of a person who looks like me on your profile. I'm not sure if that's really your real profile, sir, but don't come in here calling anybody colored, okay? Because that term is played out. All right, now, with that all being said, I'm only going to warn you once. All right, do it again, and you're out of here. Okay, don't come in here talking about no colored. Talking about Trump has done a lot for us coloreds. Yeah, well, that might be your opinion. Okay, but at the end of the day, I'm not colored and neither are you. Okay, please pay attention. Now, that all being said, Luna says, Queen, you look fantastic. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Okay, Luna said that's played out. Okay, it is. Has he lost his mind? Mel said played out and being disrespectful. Exactly. Now, y'all know I don't tolerate the disrespect, so I'm going to give you a warning. But the next time, if you say it again, you're up out of here. Okay, now, so with that all being said, let's talk about this shooting of these soldiers. This is absolutely egregious. And it was done by their own sergeant. Okay. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen here. This is all so nefarious. What is going on in the world today?
A 28-year-old soldier was taken into custody after 5 other soldiers were shot Wednesday at Fort Stewart in Georgia. Army officials say the victims are in stable condition and expected to recover. CBS's David Melkoff reports from Atlanta.
Law enforcement responded to reports of a shooting in Fort Stewart's 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area just before 11 on Wednesday morning. The suspect is a male U.S. Army sergeant.
We have identified the alleged shooter as Sergeant Cornelius Radford, an automated logistics sergeant assigned to 2nd Brigade Combat Team.
Moments later, the fort was locked down. An Army official tells CBS News the suspect was apprehended by the Army Criminal Investigative Division.
Sergeant Radford has not previously deployed to combat. Sergeant Radford has been interviewed by the Army Criminal Investigation Division and is currently in pretrial confinement, awaiting a charging decision.
In the aftermath, officials posted on social media that there is no active threat to the community. The wounded soldiers were treated on site and taken to an Army hospital. Some were also taken to Memorial Health University Medical Center in Savannah. That's according to a spokesperson for the facility. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt wrote on social media that President Trump was briefed on the shooting and the White House is monitoring the situation. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth were also briefed. Fort Stewart is the largest Army post east of the Mississippi River. Dave Malkoff, CBS News, Atlanta.
Now, the general said soldiers tackled Radford and subdued him. Fort Stewart released a statement saying no additional information will be released until an investigation is complete.
Now, that's just a darn shame. That is an absolute shame. Okay, prayers for the speedy recovery of all who were injured. What got into him? Let's go to the next report.
Breaking news now at 5, and another mass shooting has happened in America, this time at a military base in Georgia. About an hour ago, the military identified the shooter as an active duty Army soldier named Cornelius Radford. They say that he used his own gun to shoot 5 of his fellow soldiers at Fort Stewart before other soldiers tackled him to stop the attack. The violence unfolding this morning at the base about 40 miles outside of Savannah. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Oettinger with more on the suspected shooter. And Josh, what are the conditions of the victims?
Well, amazingly, Mike, all 5 of the victims are expected to survive their injuries after a fellow sergeant smuggled his personal handgun onto the base and opened fire. This time, the workplace shooting happened on a supposedly secure military base, Fort Stewart in Georgia, where the sounds of gunfire reverberated through an office setting on base at around lunchtime today.
Right now, our primary focus is first on caring for our injured soldiers and their families, and also supporting the soldiers of the Spartan Brigade.
When it was over, 5 soldiers had been shot, 3 of whom required surgery, and other service members tackled the shooter. No one was killed.
Soldiers in the area that witnessed the shooting immediately and without hesitation tackled the soldier, subdued him, that allowed law enforcement to then take him into custody.
The shooter has been identified as 28-year-old Cornelius Radford, an automated
logistics sergeant who works on base. The gun.
Okay, so listen, I'm going to get into why he did it. Okay, we're going to get into that in just a second. This is all so crazy. Let's talk about it. Like up, everyone, please like and share. Now, here's what they say. Okay, here we go. Darn shame.
Mark Morales about this new information that apparently the suspect had a beef with a fellow coworker, then showed up with a weapon, opened fire on that coworker, and then shot four others. And of course, we've learned about how other soldiers jumped in to subdue him. He was taken into custody very quickly. Right now, the base is back to normal operations coming from the standpoint of all the gates back here open. This place is massive. As someone who's been in this area at this base several times before, I can tell you this is like a mini city here. It's one of the largest bases, of course, across from the Mississippi, and people know this for how much work this base does across the world. But we do know the soldiers who were injured in this suffered those injuries. We know they will survive. 3 needed surgery. But listen to the general talk about what happened here today and how soldiers jumped in to help out.
Soldiers in the area that witnessed the shooting.
Every time I hit a bottleneck, I build a new AI employee to crush it. I used to say that I had one AI employee.
So we'll have to see what he faces. But also the good news here, even after 2 soldiers had to be moved to Savannah to get that expert trauma 1 level care, that all the soldiers involved in this should survive. So people are in shock here, especially in the small community that surrounds this area. But at the same time, this is going to turn out with those soldiers being able to make it through this. Jake?
Ryan, can you talk about any of the major questions investigators are still seeking answers to?
Well, I think one of the things that they'll be focused on is, one, his preparation in terms of bringing that gun onto the base and showing up at that facility. There's been a lot of question about what happened preceding that shooting. So, of course, they'll analyze the gun. They'll see what happened. There's also been that conversation about him being pulled over for DUI. So I'm sure they'll be scrubbing through his history to figure out exactly what started this sort of cascading events that may have led to the shooting and what could make someone so angry enough to show up to work with a weapon to shoot a coworker. Again, this is a large footprint area. Everything around here is touched by this military base. Even on the way in here, it really shocks you in terms of all the firepower that you see here. But at the same time, weapons are usually under control in this area. So, Jack, just a lot of questions about how this happened.
Now he's talking about all the firepower as if you're supposed to be shot. Dude, it's a military base. What do you expect? Okay, but again, prayers for the officers or the soldiers who were shot for their speedy recovery. Okay, thank God none of them were killed. This man lost his mind. What's really going on here? What is wrong with people? Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about this officer who killed the 62-year-old Deacon. You all remember him because they've decided not to charge him. Okay, and so for those of you who don't know the story or you may have forgotten about it, let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Here's what they say. Grand jury declines to indict former Atlanta police officer in church deacon's death. Now, you already know that this is some total BS because as I've told you all a myriad of times, that in fact, oh God, why is this doing this again? Hold on. I've told you all a myriad of times that in fact, they can indict a ham sandwich. So if they really wanted to indict him, they absolutely would have. Okay, they absolutely would have. And that's just how it goes. Okay, so anyway, let's get into it. So a grand jury on Monday declined to indict former Atlanta police officer on manslaughter charges in the death of a church deacon who died in a struggle with the officer following a minor car crash. After hearing the case, Fulton County grand jurors rejected criminal charges against Kieran Kimbrough. This is what Jeff DeSantis, a spokesperson for Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis, said. So Johnny Holman Sr. died in August of 2023 after he refused to sign a citation following a wreck. Family members said the 62-year-old Hoffman was driving home from Bible study. Isn't it so sad? Driving home from Bible study, gets pulled over by this thug, and then ends up dead. Nobody should die at a traffic stop, especially if they're not being violent. Okay, just because they're being uncooperative or just getting on the officer's nerves, it's no cause for a death sentence. But let me continue. Okay, so anyway, he was driving home from Bible study at his daughter's house and taking dinner to his wife when he collided with another vehicle while turning across a busy street just west of downtown. Body camera video of Hallman's arrest shows Kimbrough repeatedly demanding that Hallman sign the citation while Hallman insists that he did nothing wrong. The two men tussled and Hallman ended up face down on the ground with Kimbrough over him, pressing him down. Hallman repeatedly said, "I can't breathe." Kimbrough didn't care. Okay, and why would you tase an elder? You don't have sense enough to know that they may have some sort of medical issues that, tasing them could cause them to die, specifically a heart condition or something like that? No, but he didn't care. Now, Lance LaRusso, who represents Kimbrough, said prosecutors sought to indict his client for 1 count of manslaughter, 1 count of simple battery, and 3 counts of violating his oath of office. Kimbrough testified before the grand jury, as is an officer's right under state law. And so they say, while Johnny Hallman's death was tragic, in no way did Karen Kimbrough cause the death. Of course he did. Did y'all hear this? Like, this is so nonsensical. This is the same bullshit they tried to throw at us about Derek Chauvin after he had his knee on George Floyd's neck for almost 10 whole minutes. They tried to say that, because he had rugs in his system, he was a whole rug addict. That's what happened. Okay, anyway, I just can't. So they say Johnny Hallman's death was caused by medical complications and his felonious unlawful resistance. Wow. Talk about victim blaming. Do y'all hear this? His felonious unlawful resistance of an unarmed officer performing his lawful duties. The shame of it all. A lie doesn't care who tell it, but let me continue. DeSantis said Willis is conferring with prosecutors and investigators about whether to ask a new grand jury to indict Kimbrough. Please ask a new grand jury, okay? Now, Hallman's family members have repeatedly called for the former officer to be criminally charged. A statement from lawyers attributed to the family said they were devastated by the grand jury's decision not to indict. The failure to hold this officer accountable is another painful reminder of how little value is placed on his life by some citizens. Our faith and our fight for justice will not be wavered. Although officials fired Kimbrough, saying that he should have agreed to Hallman's request to speak to a supervisor. Exactly. Listen, that's one thing you should always remember. If you feel that you want to speak to a higher up, okay, the supervisor of said officer or officers on the scene, then just ask. They're supposed to disperse them. Okay, a civil service board upheld the firing, and the Atlanta City Council agreed to settle a lawsuit for Hallman's family, alleging excessive force for $3.8 million. The family also sued the tow truck driver and his employee, saying the driver straddled Hallman's head and neck for at least 20 seconds and appeared to sit with his full body weight on Hallman's head and neck while Kimbrough handcuffed him. This is all so darn much. Okay, Atlanta and some other police departments have enacted policies saying that officers should no longer arrest people who refuse to sign citations. Listen, I never signed them. Okay, I never signed them. And if you make me by the threats of arrest, then I'm just going to sign it and then I'm going to put under duress. Okay, because I don't want to enter into a contract with the police because I know better. I know that traffic court is nothing but a whole scam just to get money. Please pay attention, but let me go on. Now, with that all being said, they say state lawmakers passed a bill that would have enacted such a policy statewide earlier this year. But Governor Brian Kemp, here he goes, vetoed it because he opposed a provision unrelated to collecting signatures from people named on citations. First of all, he just wants that money. Okay, that's what that is. Please pay attention. This is all so sad. All so sad. What do you all think about this? Absolutely disgusting. I mean, this man is an elder. Now, hold on, guys, because I'm going to have to refresh this video because something's going on with my uploads here. And I want to show you all this video. So hold on just a second. I'm going to refresh this whole thing. All right, there we go. Now, with that all being said, I want you all to see this video of the incident. Hold on, beloveds.
Sir, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Sign the ticket.
So you
sign the ticket.
You just trying to make
sign
me
the
say I'm
ticket.
guilty of something I'm not guilty of.
Sign the ticket.
That's what you're trying to make me say.
Sign the ticket.
Okay, I'm gonna sign the
ticket.
I'm gonna sign the ticket. I'm gonna sign the ticket.
Sign the ticket. Sign the ticket.
How can I sign the ticket? You got me all like
because you're acting crazy.
I'm not doing nothing.
Give me your arm.
I'm right here.
Give me your arm.
I'm right here.
Give me your arm.
My body already hurt, man.
All right.
I'm already.
Another unit. That's on the ground.
I'm feeling sorry. What you doing like this? I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing, sir. Why you hurt me like this, man? I'm old man.
I'm not right away.
Sign
the ticket.
Okay, sign.
I'm gonna change you. Put your arms behind your back now. Put your arms behind your back. Put your arms behind your back.
I am making up your back, sir.
I
am making up your back, please. Let me get help. Let me get help. Please, let's go around.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I can't breathe.
Put your hands behind your back.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I'm gonna tell your ass one more time. Put your hands behind your back.
I can't breathe. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. I can't breathe. Let's come on, man. Ooh, man. Ooh. Jesus. Don't touch me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Now.
Okay, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Let go of me.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back now.
Oh my God, that was just absolutely so egregious. Did he have to do all of that? No, he didn't. And now oh my God, I cannot. I absolutely cannot. Now this devil's going to get away with it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What grand jury would just let him get away with that? Well, you know what? The ones that don't know the whole truth, because they take in what evidence they want to. When they want you indicted or when they don't want someone indicted. That's how that goes. This is absolutely pathetic. Okay, dirty devil. Ooh, honey, I wish the worst on him. I swear I do. Let me share this screen. That is absolutely so low down. Now, here's what the family had to say.
Family members of the Atlanta Deacon who died after a traffic stop, they are speaking out after the grand jury decided it will not charge a former Atlanta police officer. Atlanta News First anchor Joe Gorcho is live outside the Fulton County Courthouse. And Joe, Johnny Holloman's family and attorney call this a sad day for justice.
As one might expect in a situation like this, Tracy, the Holloman family, through their attorney tonight, issuing a statement and sharing the fact that they're in part, quote, devastated. For months earlier this year, the family had expressed hope for what they believed would be justice.
We will get an indictment. I feel in my heart that justice will be served, and I feel like my father will finally be able to rest in peace.
Back in late February, Deacon Johnny Holman's daughter pushed for criminal charges for a former Atlanta police officer. It all connects back to this traffic stop we can see on police body camera footage. The video captured in August of 2023 shows former Atlanta police officer Kieran Kimbrough speaking with the 62-year-old Holman. The former Atlanta police officer ultimately deployed a taser, which led to Holman's death, according to authorities. Kimbrough was attempting to arrest Holman for refusing to sign a traffic. His attorney said this.
And first of all, you're not supposed to arrest somebody because they refuse to sign that darn ticket. Okay, they don't have to sign the citation. They don't have to be in agreement with you for giving it to them. Like, that is absolutely insane that he sat there and killed that old man. Did you hear how many times he was tasering him? Did you hear how many times he was doing it? Dirty dog. Ooh, I hope something bad happens to him. I really do.
Of a death as I've ever seen.
Kimbrough was eventually fired from the department after Atlanta police determined he violated procedure when he failed to have a supervisor on scene prior to making the arrest of Pullman. And in 2024, the Hallman family settled a nearly $4 million lawsuit with the city.
We still haven't gotten what we want, which is justice, to see this criminal prosecution.
On Monday, a Fulton County grand jury decided not to indict Kimbrough on criminal charges. The Hallman family released this statement. Quote, "We are devastated. Our father should still be here. The failure to hold this officer accountable is another painful reminder of how little value is placed on his life by some citizens, even when the facts are clear and the harm is undeniable. But we will not stop. Our faith and our fight for justice will not waver." And the Hallman family attorney also saying tonight that the criminal justice system has once again failed to hold law enforcement accountable in the death of a citizen. Now, we did reach out to the former Atlanta police officer, Kieran Kimbrough, about the grand jury's decision not to indict him. We have yet to hear back. Live from outside the Fulton County Courthouse, Joe Gord Show, 11 News First.
So thank you. Do you have an old?
And this is exactly why I don't like that witch, Fonnie Willis, okay? She's not worth anything. She ain't worth a quarter. I cannot stand her arse. And part of this right here is part of the reason why. Okay, let me continue, honey. Let's talk about Trump. Oh, Trump is doing the most out here, y'all, out here in these streets. They say Trump hints that he will federalize. Oh, this is y'all's president, honey. Trump ain't hitting on, okay? Trump hints that he will federalize D.C. soon. Bring in the National Guard after Big Balls attack, he said. Y'all hear this? Oh, this man is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I want y'all to pay attention. Hold on. He is absolutely crazy. So here's what they report. In the wake of a former Doge worker nicknamed Big Balls, it's like, what now? Being brutally beaten by gang members in the streets of Washington, D.C., President Donald Trump indicated that he's still strongly considering taking control of the district to stamp out the rampant crime and violence plaguing the nation's capital city. I meant to tell you all about that this morning. He also said that he's considering taking control of Washington, D.C., of Washington, D.C. police and using the National Guard to stop the violence. Speaking with reporters on Wednesday evening, Trump said, "We're considering it, yeah, because crime is ridiculous." Here's the thing that I find interesting. Trump says that our issues are felons and gang members and immigrants. Isn't Trump a felon? And doesn't he act like a gang member? And isn't he married to an immigrant? Okay, make that make sense. He says, I could show you a chart comparing DC to other locations, and you're not going to want to see what it looks like. Okay? You're not going to want to see what it looks like. We want to have a great, safe capital, and we're going to have it. And that includes cleanliness, and it includes other things. We have a capital that's very unsafe. It's very unsafe. It's extremely unsafe. Very unsafe. Very unsafe. Ha! Trump, sit your arse down somewhere. Now, referring to the recent beating of the former Doge worker, a teenager whose real name is Edward Cortison, Trump said, "We just almost lost a young man. Beautiful, handsome guy that got the hell knocked out of him the night before last." I'm not laughing at this young man getting beaten because Lord knows it's not funny. I'm laughing at my own Trump impression. The president said he called to check in on Cortison and that he would be calling again in a little while. He went through a bad situation, to put it mildly, and there's too much of it. We're going to do something about it. What are you going to do, Trump? Take to the streets yourself? Okay. So anyway, that all being said, this is all a darn shame. So whether you call it federalize or what, And that also includes the graffiti that you see, the papers. You see it all over the place. The roads that are in bad shape, the medians that are falling down, the median that's in between roads that's falling down. We're going to beautify the city. We're going to make it beautiful. It's going to be so beautiful. It's going to be very beautiful. It's going to be extremely beautiful. Okay? What a shame. Rate of crime, the rate of muggings, killings, and everything else. We're not going to let it go. We're not going to let it happen. And that includes bringing in the National Guard. Maybe very quickly. Yeah, okay, Trump. Any excuse for him to bring in the National Guard, okay? That's what he's always talking about. Now, Trump was also asked whether he would support Congress overturning the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. The law was passed in 1973 and granted D.C. a greater degree of autonomy, including allowing residents to elect a mayor and city council. Trump said, we're going to look at that. In fact, the lawyers are already studying it. We have to run D.C. This has to be the best run place in the country, not the worst run place in the country. And it has so much potential, and we're going to take care of it. You're going to be safe. You're going to be safe walking down the streets. You're not going to get mugged. Trump said you're not going to get mugged, okay? Trump, sit your arse down. Trump said you're not going to get mugged, honey. Okay, please pay attention. My two loves that I am cracking up right now. Okay. Jay McClellan said they can't leave DC alone. Okay. What is really going on? Miss Sheila said, I'm crying. Honey, I am too. Okay, I am too, honey. I'm crying because of who's in the Oval Office, honey. This country has gone straight to hell. Now, with that all been said, and listen to this, because this right here is not even funny. Okay, so there is a recently resurfaced clip of the woman who said she was 13 when Trump raped her. And here's what she had to say. Lord, this is so sad. Trump, you need to sit down somewhere. And to think that this is who's in the Oval Office and who's running the country, but he has the nerve to talk trash about other people. Like, this is absolutely crazy. But, you know, to me, this right here proves that America is run by a system of wanton supremacy. You see, because only in a country that's run by a system of wanton supremacy, where people like Trump, the dump, have privilege, even though he's a 34 times convicted felon, even though he's had nefarious and heinous and depraved accusations levied against him, even though at one point he was allegedly best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, he was also close to Ghislaine Maxwell, even though he's been accused of a myriad of things, okay? And even though he did allegedly talk to Epstein at one point about murdering his wife, pushing her down the stairs, and then his wife was found dead at the foot of the stairs. Now, I'm not saying he did it, but I find it all interesting. This couldn't have been a black man, okay? Imagine if this had been Obama, the same president who said, grab him by the ussy. This is him. That's who y'all voted in, okay? Please pay attention. I'm going to put an overlay on this so I don't have any issues. Now listen to what this woman says, and then I'm going to play something that just lets me know that she's not lying, or at least makes me feel that she isn't.
Donald Trump had specifically asked about me because I remind him of his daughter, and she said, well, she's 13 as well. So he knew the first time that he saw me. But he comes over mad because I was crying, and he said that I should be thankful that someone like Donald Trump took my virginity. He basically didn't say took my virginity. He said, I should be glad that someone like Donald Trump popped my cherry and not some pimply little 14-year-old. And I just was like, what if I said, what if I get pregnant? Not even talking to him. I didn't want to talk to him. I was talking to Tiffany. And he said, well, you'll get an abortion then, bitch, and then just walked away.
Why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's...
Donald Trump had specifically asked about me because I remember.
Isn't that a darn shame? And I believe every word she said. Okay, I believe every word she said, especially after seeing and hearing stuff like this. This is all so disgusting. And this is the president of the United States. You don't think these other nations are laughing at us? They should be. They absolutely should be.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
By the way, your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of ass. Yeah. She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous. She's tall. She's almost 6 feet tall.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Donald Trump repeatedly points out how hot his daughter is, saying last year in a Rolling Stone article, yeah, she's really something, and what a beauty that one. If I weren't happily married and, you know, her father.
My daughter, Ivanka?
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body. Yeah, she's hot.
What a weirdo. Who says that about their own daughter? This man is sick in the head as far as I'm concerned. Like, who says that? Okay, but let's not stop there. Oh, absolutely deplorable.
Yours, and what does Tiffany have of Marla's?
Well, I think that she's got a lot of moral, and she's really a beautiful baby, and she's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
Now that's what he said about the child when she was a baby, his daughter Tiffany. Y'all hear this? When she was a baby, like what in the world? And here's what he said about his poor son. This man is a hot mess. It's really sad.
You decided you were going to name.
Hold on. Let me put an overlay on this one. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance.
What did your Donald say? And
No. You cannot name him. You know, Donald Trump Jr. I said, why not? He said, how about if he's a loser?
How about if he's a loser? He's talking about his newborn son.
That's right. So I said, this is going to be what it is.
Did y'all hear that? He told her not to name his own son after him, because what if he's a loser? You mean like you, Trump? You mean like father, like son? Do y'all hear this? This is all so crazy. And I absolutely cannot. That's what he said about his own children, y'all. But hold on. I got one more. Now, this is what he said about his accuser. Okay, this is what he said about one of his accusers, honey. That darn Trump is something else. But, you know, MAGA loves him.
So, sir, I just want to confirm, it's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper, I believe that's what took place. That's what she said I did to her. She fainted with great emotion. She actually indicated that she loved it. Okay, she loved it until commercial break. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
Sick in the head, huh? This is absolutely deplorable. Oh, okay, I absolutely cannot. I just want y'all to see what we're working with here. This is why all of us should be very concerned, is all I'm saying. Now, let's talk about this teenager who murdered his parents while they lay in the bed. This is an absolutely heartbreaking story. Absolutely heartbreaking, okay? Murdered his parents while they lay in bed, shot them to death multiple times. So that means you know that they woke up and saw that their own son was doing this. So sad. And then he called 911.
Of the teen who stands accused of killing his parents. 14-year-old Trevor Lee facing 2 counts of second-degree murder. And for the first time tonight, we're hearing his voice in the newly released 911 dispatch recording. I want to warn you, hearing the call may be disturbing.
Super.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, I'll listen to you.
Well, I was going to ask if you could pray for me, ma'am. Right now, I'll definitely be praying for you, son.
Investigators say Lee was outside a church when he dialed 911 and reported himself. He stayed on the phone until deputies got to his location and took him into custody.
News4Jax reporter Eric Albanese is here in studio with us with more on this new information he obtained in this case. Eric?
Yeah, we were able to acquire a lot more information than what we had yesterday when we first reported this story. Now, we now know where in the house the parents were killed and the extent of their fatal injuries. We also found out that the 14-year-old called his aunt in California before he called 911 to turn himself in. Just one day after 44-year-old David Lee and 45-year-old Brandy Smith were found shot to death inside their Silver Oak subdivision home in Middleburg, News4Jax has learned the couple was in their bed when they were shot multiple times. Both were pronounced deceased when paramedics arrived. Investigators identified the killer as the couple's son, 14-year-old Trevor Lee. After the parents were murdered, Lee called his aunt in California. She then called Clay County 911 dispatch. What her nephew told her was redacted from the 911 recording.
They're in the house, please. Can help me, ambulance, whatever, immediately.
The teen traveled to a nearby church parking lot and called 911. He stayed on the line until deputies arrived to take him into custody.
I'm by the road. I threw my backpack away from me. I'm stripped. I'm waiting for police. What do you mean you're stripped? Nothing in my pocket. I emptied my pockets and everything. There's nothing in my pocket.
While most of his conversation with the dispatcher was redacted, we hear him ask the dispatcher to pray for him.
You pray? Yes, sir. Go ahead, I'll listen to you. Well, I was going to ask if you could pray for me, ma'am. Right now, I'll definitely be praying for you, son.
These parents are dead in their bed.
Retired JSO Director of Investigations turned News4Jax crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney says this was no doubt a heinous crime carried out by a kid, but he also says the fact that the teen called 911 to surrender himself says something.
Instant remorse. When you hear the sound of his voice and you hear kind of what he's going through, aside from the redacted part, you hear some instant remorse. And I think that's kind of bolstered by the fact that he left the scene and goes immediately to call 911 and turn himself in.
Now, the 14-year-old remains in custody at the Regional Juvenile Detention Center in Jacksonville. So far, he has not been charged as an adult.
Monday.com is the best AI
for work. And here's why. Let me show you some of them.
What do you all think about that? What do you all think about that? It is very sad. May they rest in peace. Okay, my prayers and condolences for the family, friends, and loved one. This is also very sad. Then he walked to a church after you just murked your parents. Okay, and the man there was saying that he seems that he had remorse. I don't know, maybe he did. At the end of the day, what was the purpose of him? Why did he go in there and kill them anyway? What did they ever do to him? Okay. What did they ever do to him? That is so sad, honey. Some of these, there is something called demonic possession. There's a whole lot of it going around here. There's people walking around here just full on demons cloaked in human flesh. And I think that was probably his problem. Okay, but anyway, here's his best friend to give his thoughts on the whole scenario. Everyone, please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance.
A double murder investigation in Clay County. A 14-year-old boy is in custody, accused of killing his own parents at their Middleburg home, then walking to a church to call 911. Tonight, someone who called that family his own is speaking with News4Jax about this tragic loss.
They were probably the best or one of the best families I knew. They were funny. And they treated me very well. They told me all the time that they loved me like a son, and they treated me as such.
The Clay County Sheriff's Office says David Lee and Brandy Smith were shot and killed. The family member sharing this photo of the couple with us.
Their 14-year-old son, Trevor Lee, is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder. The shooting happened at a home in the area of Silver Point and County Road 220 in Middleburg. News4Jax reporter Alicia Hatcher is there gathering details and speaking with one of Trevor Lee's close friends.
Kyrie Beeman says he was at this house nearly every week and considered the Lee family as his own. He says he and Trevor played football together, and just this past Friday, Trevor and his dad, David Lee, gave him a ride to and from practice. And now Kyrie is still trying to separate the friend he grew up with from the crime he's accused of.
I just didn't think it was real.
Kyrie Beeman, now standing outside of a home he once considered a second home, still trying to process the unthinkable. The Clay County Sheriff says a 14-year-old boy called 911, saying he had just killed his parents, then walked to a nearby church to wait for deputies. That teen was Trevor Lee, Kyrie Beeman's best friend.
He was funny, charismatic. He always brought good energy, good vibes, and he was probably one of the best people I knew.
Kyrie says he and Trevor had been friends since elementary school, and they spoke on the phone just after midnight.
He told me that he loved me, and he told me that he was just calling to tell me goodnight.
Now Kyrie is asking the community not to judge his friend by this one moment alone. Kyrie tells me he's going to continue to push forward for Mr. Lee, Brandy, and even Trevor. For now reporting,
Alicia Hatcher, Channel 4, the local station. Guess which?
Let me tell you all something, guys. This is not even funny, but this kind of stuff right here is serious because there is spiritual warfare going on right now, even as we speak. And I want you all to pay attention because, you know, some of these teenagers play these demonic video games. Some of these games are absolutely demonic. Okay. They have demonic images. They have such a negative energy. Who knows what was done while they were creating these things? Okay. Demonic possession is real. And the reason why I was thinking about that, because the way his friend described him, okay, at the end of the day, there's a whole lot going on. And, you know, I remember some years ago, there was a lady who came to this place for counseling. Okay. And she was talking about her teenage son had cursed her out, threatened her, told her he hoped that she died, said all this crazy stuff, and then left the house in a rush. And then about 10 minutes after he left the house, he calls her literally crying, boohoo crying, saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said those things to you. I didn't mean any of it. I don't even know why I said it. Okay. And then a few more months down the line, they were getting him a deliverance at the church. Okay, for demonic possession. Okay, I just want y'all to pay attention. I absolutely believe in those things, and I think it's absolutely real. Now, I don't know if that was the case with him, but it could have been. I'm just telling you all that there is spiritual warfare going on. Everybody needs to be staying prayed up, honey. There are so many different nefarious things going on in society, okay, collectively. Now, with that all being said, let's talk about this hate crime. Because there was a Black teen who was brutally assaulted outside a Simi Valley movie theater, and they say they hunted him down and beat the mess out of him. And they say it was racially motivated. Okay, so let's get into it. A teen is speaking out after he said he was violently assaulted by a group of teens in a racially motivated attack. On August the 2nd, Michael Robinson, age 18, was enjoying a night out with friends near Regal Cinemas on Tampo Canyon Road when a group of intoxicated, hostile teenagers started by picking on his friend with whom they had prior issues. They reportedly punched his friend in the face before turning their attention to him. Okay, so I'm going to go to the video because he did an interview, and this is also egregious. Like I said, it's a whole lot of hateful, wicked things going on, honey. If y'all don't think the devil himself has a hand in it, please think again.
First time, and he says he was a victim of a hate crime and he wants justice.
In multiple videos, you can see Michael Robinson being attacked by a group of teenagers outside the Regal Cinema in Simi Valley on Friday night. They not only beat him, but repeatedly called him the N-word.
Am I right then?
At one point, Michael picks up a chair.
And they end up pushing my head into a trash can. And they start hitting me in the back of my head. Like this whole time, I wasn't getting hit anywhere else but the back of my head.
Michael says he doesn't know the kids who attacked him. He recalls that they first tried to target one of his smaller friends before turning their rage on him.
Honestly, I thought I was going to die. Because I know what happens when you get hit on the back of your head. You could have internal bleeding, you could have brain damage.
When you first saw the videos, what was your reaction?
Disgusted, appalled,
very concerned.
Brittany Martin is Michael's guardian.
He was hunted down, and it was very disgusting.
Why do you think that happened?
Well, these kids, this is not the first time of these kids actually doing this.
Brittany alleges that other black and brown teens have also been targeted by the same group of white teenagers. One of them, the son of a police officer seen here in this video.
With all the cops, cuz.
Isn't that something?
We own this.
I just want transparency. I want them to be thorough.
Attorney Jamal Tucson is representing Michael.
If they can't be neutral and impartial, given the alleged attackers and their relationship with this particular department, maybe a third party should come in and investigate and take it over.
Honestly, I don't hate those kids. I don't feel any animosity towards them. I pity them, honestly, because what they just did was it was sick. It was evil, and they honestly just it was not right.
The Simi Valley Police Department issued a statement that says in part, the identified suspects are all juveniles. The 4 juveniles have been contacted and were arrested for battery. This investigation is continuing and will be presented to the Ventura County District Attorney's Office. Additional charges may be filed. The family says they hired an attorney to make sure that the appropriate charges are filed, and they are also considering suing the parents of the teenagers involved.
They should.
Christine?
Yeah.
Hey, if you're a coach or a consultant,
They should sue the parents of the teens, and especially the one whose father is a police officer. They should definitely sue him. Okay, they should definitely sue him. And what do they mean? Maybe other charges. They should be charged with a whole hate crime. And this isn't the first time they've done it. They've been accused of doing this to other teens. So they need to be charged with a hate crime. They need to get the full brunt of the law. Okay, I don't give a darn who their father is. This is absolutely egregious. Now, with that all being said, let's talk about what's going on down here in Harlem. Okay, have you all heard about the Legionnaire's disease that's going on in a cluster in New York City in Harlem? Oh, thank God Diddy's trial is over, honey, and I'm back home safe because y'all know I was all up and through Harlem, honey. Okay, 3 dead and at least 67 sick from growing Legionnaire's disease cluster in New York City. The cases have been centered in the Harlem area of New York City. Right. And so they say last week, when the New York City Health Department announced a cluster of cases, officials said 1 person had died and 22 people were sick. Now, the cases are clustered in the 5 zip codes in central Harlem. The health department, according to the health department, and a spokesperson says that the outbreak is not expected to spread to other communities. They say people living or working in the area with flu-like symptoms such as a cough, fever, chills, muscle aches, or difficulty breathing should contact a healthcare provider immediately. The department said this in an earlier statement on Monday. Now, they said it is especially important for people at higher risk, including those ages 50 and older, cigarette smokers, and some people with chronic lung disease or compromised immune systems to get care if they have any of the symptoms. So Legionnaire's disease is a type of pneumonia that is caused by the bacteria Legionella, which grows in warm water, okay, according to health officials. And people can get Legionnaire's disease by breathing in water vapor that contains Legionella bacteria. Yeah, I know someone got that years ago because their house flooded, and they actually got that and they had a stroke. Okay, one of my Facebook friends. Now, in the update on Tuesday, the health department said this is not an issue with any building's plumbing system. Residents in these zip codes can continue to drink water, bathe, shower, cook, and use your air conditioner. The New York City Health Department said earlier it is investigating the cluster and said that the remediation required by the department has been completed for the 11 cooling towers, with initial positive screening results showing the presence of Legionella pneumophilia, a type of bacteria that causes Legionnaire's disease. Legionnaire's disease can be caused by plumbing systems when conditions are favorable for Legionella growth, such as cooling towers, whirlpool spas, hot tubs, humidifiers, hot water tanks, and evaporate condensers of large air conditioning systems, according to health officials. Now, people can get Legionnaire's disease by breathing in the water vapor that contains the bacteria, but the disease does not generally spread from person to person and can be treated with antibiotics. The respiratory disease takes its name from an outbreak in Pennsylvania at the Pennsylvania American Legion convention held at the Bellevue Stratford Hotel in Philadelphia in July of 1976. And the bacterium believed to be responsible is found in soil and grows in water, such as air conditioning ducts, storage tanks, and rivers. Okay, so anyway, there's no further details about the 3 people who died. All right, this is all so serious, okay? Anyway, with that all being said, now everyone hit that like button. We're almost done. Okay, we're almost done. I have a couple of videos I want you all to see. First of all, there's an off-duty cop who pulled her weapon on her sister's boyfriend because he took the sister's phone. Okay, so let's get into it. Just acting a whole fool she was.
With me.
Brenda, so you gonna
play with me? Give me the motherfucking phone
right there.
Put it in my motherfucking hand.
Here, man. So you gonna shoot me over there? Over your sister hitting me in my face? Fuck like me. You sorry.
I can't wait till they lock your ass up in October.
I already know y'all already planned it. Y'all already set it up.
Yes.
I already know.
I promise you.
That's fine, but you don't know what I can do. You don't know what I can do to your sister too. Your sister stabbed me. I ain't put no case on her.
She should have made sure the shit stuck. Bitch.
I should have. You the bitch. I'll be a bitch. I'll be a bitch. 212. You ain't shoot that gun. You can't be scared. You ain't shoot that gun. Yeah, you ain't shoot that gun. You ain't shoot that gun. You ain't shoot that. Yeah, she right here. She got a gun on me. I'm just telling you that she pulled a gun on me, huh?
Breaking tonight, the Precinct 1 Constable's office says an off-duty deputy has been reassigned over this video showing her pulling a gun on a man during a family dispute. ABC 13's Jessica Willie live after talking to the man who had that gun pulled on him and his family. She's live tonight, Jessica.
Yeah, I can tell you this video is being shared among law enforcement circles with strong criticism of this deputy's actions. Tonight, Harris County Constable Alan Rosen says that she has been reassigned to desk duty. An investigation is underway. Michael Evans did not want to talk on camera. He says he was not armed. At his family's urging, he started recording.
Play with me.
Explosive video of a Harris County Precinct 1 deputy constable not on her best day.
Play with me.
We are blurring her face because the agency hasn't named her and she hasn't been charged with a crime. Gun is unmistakable.
Wait till they lock your ass up.
The encounter happening this afternoon, the man recording in a fight, he tells ABC 13, with the mother of his child, took off with her phone. He says her sister, the deputy, chased him down in her own car.
I couldn't believe it.
And that's when he called his cousin.
Even though he might have not been in the right at that time, it still doesn't make it right for her to take actions upon herself. It's not how things go. You can't take the law in your own hand because you got a badge. That's not right.
Keisha Ross did not want to show her face, but she feels strongly about how the deputy responded. In full uniform with threats, the video shows, and all because she wanted her sister's phone back.
She could have called the police to get the phone back.
Harris County Precinct 1 Constable Alan Rosen confirms he has seen the video. Ross believes it speaks for itself.
There's nothing to figure out. You know exactly who it is. They need to go be knocking on her door like they knock on any else door. That's assault with a deadly weapon, and she's in uniform.
And again, tonight, Constable Alan Rosen with Harris County Precinct 1 says that an internal affairs investigation is underway. He also says that, quote, the public can be assured that they will be transparent then with the outcome. Reporting live tonight from downtown, Jessica Willie, ABC 13.
Now, that's just a hot ghetto mess, okay? She should be ashamed of herself, acting so stupid. She needs to be fired. Why is she on desk duty? If they've seen the video, she needs to be fired. Now, if she's acting that belligerent and she's off duty, what do you think she does when she's on duty? Okay, what do you think she does when she's on duty? Okay, that was all out of pocket. And then, it seems to me that possibly, just maybe, she wanted him to retaliate or do something to her, so to give her a reason to fire off on him. Okay, that's what I think. Low down, dirty skank. Honey, she is a ghetto snipe straight up out the hood, honey. Okay, like Yana Van Zandt said. But if y'all thought that was ghetto, wait till you see this, honey. It's all so sad.
I don't care who I am. Take that nasty ass vest off.
Man, I don't care. It's work.
Punk ass nigga.
I don't care. It's work. You done?
Take that vest off.
You
Use
done?
some tide and watch that motherfucker. You nasty.
Wipe around your mouth.
You nasty. You wipe it. Make me.
I don't want to.
Make me. Yeah.
You done?
Cause I put my finger and my pictures in your face.
Is you done?
Boy, now I'm finished.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Make me go.
You want somebody to do something to you?
I don't want nobody to do nothing to me, baby. Your mama gonna be crying about you.
Your folk gonna be crying about you.
Bitch, nigga, my mama dead.
I said Joe folk.
The fuck you mean?
I ain't say nothing about your mom.
Don't you never in your life.
Don't come missing me.
Now what you gonna do about that?
Don't come missing me. I swear to God, like.
Yeah, do something with your bad ass. That's what I thought. Give me my pictures. Okay, well call the manager then. Call the manager then.
I'm gonna go back that way.
Yeah. You telling him he ain't watching my mama just died February talking about your mama. I don't play no games where I'm from. You don't play mama games.
Your folk gonna be crying.
No, they ain't gonna be crying, nigga. You gonna be crying because you don't even know who the fuck I am. What the fuck, and I don't give a fuck about you. Right there. I don't play no game. I'm talking to somebody else about somebody else. He talking all this nonsense. He don't talk to me like that. He don't talk to me like that. Give me my pictures. My pictures up there too. Don't nobody touch me. You know, talk about my mom. I just lost my mom in February. I don't play that.
You your phone right here, man? You your phone right here?
Nah, that cheap ass phone ain't my phone.
Yeah.
I better get y'all employees in check, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Nobody touches me, period.
I understand.
Oh, God.
I understand. Yes, ma'am. Ain't nobody ever gonna touch you. I promise. Ain't nobody ever gonna touch you. I promise.
That's what's wrong with me.
Oh, Lord D, that was so ghetto, honey. Which one of y'all's cousins was that? Okay, that was just absolutely so ridiculous. She reminds me of the MTA lady, okay, in New York. Why was she talking so loud? And then she said something about his mother. He didn't even say a word about her mother. He said your folks. But even if he had said her mother, how is she going to get mad when she said somebody's mother first? Honey, I absolutely cannot. Okay, did y'all see how? And then she's sitting there. Why is she sitting there telling the clerk? Okay, why is she sitting there telling that woman, ain't nobody going to touch me on God? Looking so serious. This is all crazy. Easy said, Queen got the ghetto chronicles. Okay, what is really going on? Oh, honey, this is all crazy. She said she bad. She sounded like she needed another old English 800. Woo, honey, this is all crazy. Leon said, how come they have so much hatred for people of the same color? Right, what is really going on? Okay, Real Florida Water said, just loud and wrong. Okay. Panther Strike said, I only go in Walmart at 6 a.m. Okay, me too, honey. This is why. Joy said, mental illness is real, honey. Okay. Anyway, if y'all thought that was ghetto, what do you see this? Okay, please pay attention.
All right, I'm about to go and pay for this and we just go to my house and watch a movie or something. That's cool.
Your house? I
Yeah.
didn't expect to go to your house.
What did you expect? I mean, I'm coming in 8. You say you was hungry. Now we're gonna go just relax and burn this off. Like, what's wrong?
I mean, it's our first date.
So what? I mean, we came to eat on our first day. I'm paying for the meal on our first day. What's the difference? Don't be like that now.
I don't think I feel comfortable coming to your house.
What you mean? Like, what are you talking about? You got me paying for this. Your meal was like $30. Like,
That's it. That's not a lot.
Coming to my house not a lot. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is you saying?
It's
like,
just our first day. I don't feel safe coming to your house.
But you feel safe coming to eat and let me pay for it. You feel safe for me to spend my money.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. We ain't doing that. Like, all right, just cash at me. You just cash at me.
Cash out you?
Cash at me your $30, and then you call your Uber.
You serious?
I'm dead serious. I mean, you gonna have me come take you out and get you this nice meal, got your margarita and everything. Like, so, I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. That's over with. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for mine. I'm gonna get up out of here. You feel me?
But
I'm good.
Are you serious?
You got it. You have a good day, and I'm gonna block you.
Oh my God.
Y'all hear that? I had to add the music because it had too much music in the background. But did y'all hear that? Laverne said, why is he thirsting? Okay. Real Florida Water said, not cash at me. Y'all heard him, honey. All right. See, this is what these men want. Ladies, y'all out here trying to get these free meals. No, y'all don't like these dudes, honey. Y'all need to stop. Y'all see what y'all faced with. Okay. I'm so glad I don't have to be in the dating game, honey. Please pay attention. This is all nefarious. Okay. Coco Marshmallow said, please block me. Pretty Wing said, sounds like he was on a mission. Okay. You think? Honey, this is all crazy. All right. Because she didn't want to go to his house and watch a movie. And we know what else he wanted, okay? Because he was that mad. Okay, he was that mad, honey. I absolutely cannot. Ooh. Okay, life of an introvert said your impersonation of Trump is everything. Thank you, beloved. Anytime, okay? Anytime. Now, one more video before we roll out of here. This is Lou Nail, honey, going in on Shannon Sharpe.
What are your thoughts on Shannon Sharpe getting fired by ESPN after settling his case with his ex?
Goody.
Model?
Goody. Was that a little worth all that money?
Right.
Oh. See, Shannon Sharpe suffers from the same thing that Dennis Rodman suffered from.
What's that?
I'm ugly, but I made it anyway.
Oh, you think Shannon's ugly?
Yes.
He has a really nice body.
You have to admire his body because he wears his clothes so obviously tight. Right. It's a little sus, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And his little dog.
Wait, he's got a little dog?
He's got a little dog.
He was wearing a mysteriously tight outfit.
First of all, Shannon don't care nothing about me. I don't care nothing about Shannon. I say what I want. Shannon Sharpe, we tried to get on your show. When he was popular, he didn't want me. Back then, they didn't want me. Now he's losing, and he's all up on me. Want me to do the show. I'm not doing it, Shannon.
Talk your talk, Lou Nail.
I said what I said.
All right.
Y'all heard what Lou Nail said, honey? Okay, so the Glaive said, fellas, get your passports and go abroad for better value options for good foreign women. Honey, you need to sit down somewhere, okay? Not better value. Listen, any man that's spending $30 and think he's supposed to get something after needs to have several seats, okay? All right, I'm sorry. And did you not hear what's going on with these passport brothers talking about going over to these foreign lands, getting women? I heard they were giving out the H and the I and the V, okay? So please pay attention and be safe by all means, okay? That's your lifeline for today, the Glaive. Okay. Anyway, with that all been said, I'm out of here. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Okay, Real Florida Water says, sit down. And then here's the thing. He spent $30 and acted like he balled out. What? Where did he take her to? Subway or McDonald's? I absolutely cannot. Anyway, that all been said, everyone please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, and I will see you all bright and early in the morning with your morning wake-up call. So until then, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, and never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Okay, and listen, don't forget to double check and make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel, especially if you have not been receiving those notifications. All right, peace.
Sold all in my skin, God all in my blood.
Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got